we weren't just talking or catching up. We
Yeah.
don't have to pretend like we're not friends and we didn't just use this as an excuse to hang out. That's
That's
totally
so good.
fine.
It's true. It's true.
um, so we'll just start off with the blessing, right? We like to say, we are so grateful to come into this sacred space for the highest intention of healing for ourselves and the collective. We are so eager to receive the messages of our guides, angels, ancestors, any celestial or magical friends who come through. We are so immensely grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have you been feeling like you have a sensitivity to wheat or gluten bread
Yes.
products? Yeah,
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
been trying to be gluten free as much as possible. Like one day, I can't remember. I ate something and then like 30 minutes later, I'm like, felt extremely bloated. And I was like, oh my God, this is from this. Like, I know what this is. It's weird. Like, pa pastas I can eat as long as they're like freshly made, like whole freshly made pasta is fine. But
Mm-hmm.
like, if it's like the store bought kind, like, it does not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're really nudging you to continue to be mindful of that and to, yeah, if you're going to do it, like get the good stuff, get the fresh stuff, get the imported stuff, eat
Yeah.
it like you're at the beach. And as you are raising in consciousness, your body is becoming more sensitive too. Are you eating a lot of fruit?
It's funny. Like, I'm weird. I like fruit, but there's certain ones I will not touch.
Mm-hmm.
And there's certain, like, I love berries, and apples are probably like my favorite. I've been
Mm-hmm.
eating more of them. I've been wanting to eat more of them.
What about pineapple? You don't like pineapple?
No, I do. I don't mind it. It's okay if it's gonna be good for me, I'll eat it. I don't mind it. I hate melon,
That's okay.
cantaloupe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100% pineapple, like once a week is good for
Okay.
you. Or like buy
Yeah.
a pineapple once or twice a month. Yeah. You can eat it
Okay,
when
I
it's
can
still
do
fresh
that.
and firm before it gets kind of mushy or also I'm getting like fresh pineapple juice if you have access to, I don't know if there's any place around you
Oh,
that does juice, but like fresh pineapple
yes,
juice.
there is a juice place. I will check that out. My husband loves pineapple juice.
Oh,
Probably still
amazing.
didn't drink it all.
Yeah. Um, anything else around diet? No. You taking some supplements right now?
Yes, I just started taking them.
Great. Whatever you're taking, they're saying is like really, really, really good. Your body, your cells are just like jumping for joy with whatever it is
Okay,
that you're taking.
amazing. Okay, so I'm taking ashwagandha.
Yep.
Um, oh my God, vitamin D. Um, I think it's vitamin B complex 100. It's got all the Bs
Yep.
and
Mm-hmm.
omegas,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
magnesium at night,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
especially because working out and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm getting you don't need the magnesium all the time. Just
Okay.
so you can kind of feel into when you need it. I am getting that some vitamin A may be of benefit. One,
Ooh,
two,
what's
three, four,
that?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just feel into that. See how that
Vitamin
feels.
A. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else there? No. Okay. We're just asking that the supplements, the minerals, vitamins, nutrients already in the body be applied to their most optimal level. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. You have jumped so many timelines in the last, 4 years, 2 years, really. I mean, with all of these boundaries you've been setting, it like your guides are just cheering you on because just
Oh,
like you were expressing, it's helping you to make space for what you really want instead of what you think you're obligated to do. And that's really all. And then I'm here like seeing obligation on one hand and freedom on the other hand.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's something else around setting boundaries. And as you have become more discerning with your time, they're saying that that's going to get even more, your time is going to become even more important to you as you move into parenthood. When that happens, it will also again require you to be like so firm about where you are directing your energy. But of course, you already know that. Something else coming through around setting boundaries, energy protection. Yes. Okay. There's a download coming through. This is somewhere in the multiverse. And in this time space reality, you were a female. And there's balloons. You are, okay. We're just going to go with whatever wants to come up here. You are holding on to like a bunch of balloons. I don't know what you call a bunch of balloons together, a litter of
Yeah.
balloons. I don't know. And what's coming through is that in this multi-dimensional space, this is how people like get around. They have these balloons and the balloons like lift them up and like
Oh my
carry
God, sounds
them to where
amazing.
they're going. But short distances only. For longer distances, you have, I don't know, some kind of jetpacks or something very futuristic. But to get from you float on balloons. And this is a very technologically advanced place. And so it feels really funny to think about this kind of old-fashioned image, this fantastical image of, floating with the balloons. But even in this very advanced place, and they found a way for these balloons to, work much more efficiently in this way than if you were on Earth. But it all came down to the joy of it and the fun of it and the subconscious memories that are evoked by holding on to a bunch of balloons. Like you can't help but smile if you think about that.
Love
And
balloons.
amazing. Of
I love
course you
them.
do.
I made my mom get me balloons for my 40th birthday. That was my
Excellent.
request.
I almost always get a fun balloon for anybody whose birthday if I'm going to celebrate their birthday.
Yeah, balloons are great.
Sometimes I get Charles little balloons from the supermarket just for fun. Just because they bring you so much joy,
They
right?
do. I like they do. I love them. The super shiny ones with all the like things on them.
Yeah. And so there's no perceived wound here. The message that's coming through is around your short-term goals, right? It's around your knowing that the frequency you're vibrating at consistently now, you just get to decide what the short-term goal is and totally let it go. Like totally let it go. Let let
Oh,
the work you've already done carry you forward. You can really trust that you have so much support and they are pulling together these threads that will allow this to happen and this to happen and this to happen and this to happen. There are miracles and solutions coming for you. I'm getting specifically about the car. Like the car, there's a car coming.
yay!
Yeah, because you need it. You need it in order to be of service in the way that lights you up and is of greatest benefit to the world. And in order to really do that, you require a safe vehicle.
Yeah,
So it's coming.
yay!
It's coming. And just start to think about, right, how much you love to drive, how much freedom and independence that will give to you. Maybe a couple things that are really important to you about it. Um, and let yourself be surprised by how a vehicle is going to come into your life.
Okay, done.
Yeah. Is there anything else coming through around this balloon lifetime multidimensional experience? No. Okay. Okay. There's another download coming through, past life. Ooh, this one's a little bit sticky. Is there any resistance for us to clear? No. Okay, good. So this is past life and earth life. Can you hear this like lawn work that's happening outside?
No.
Okay, great. Just checking. Okay. So there's a download coming through past life and earth life, a little bit sticky, but there's no resistance coming up. So it is available for us to dive in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 2900 BCE is what's
Jesus.
coming through. I'm hearing Egypt very, very strongly. I'm seeing you work with beads.
Ooh, like beadworking?
Yes.
I love it.
You were a woman at this time. I don't know anything about Egyptian beadwork, but in some
Mhm.
way you were working with beads. Mm, you earned money from your work. It feels like something that your mother did and her grandmother did. You had a sister who did it too. Like all the women in your family learned also like a specific technique that had been passed down in or philosophy around your beadwork. It felt spiritual to you. And the people who purchased them were purchasing them for healing rituals, etc. Most of the time. Not everybody, but most of the time. Okay. And there is no perceived wound here. What's coming through is that you were able to see the bigger picture. You were able to see this beaded tapestry or mandala or a necklace that you were making, but it was just one bead at a time, right? That didn't look like much for a very long time, but you had this very big vision, and it was just right, putting one bead in front of another, one foot in front of another. And so what's being activated and emphasized for you is, of course, that's exactly what you're doing now, right? You are getting all the pieces, all the beads in place. And even since I've known you in the last 4 years, taking some real time to be like, oh, this had to happen. I made this choice. I made these moves, and that had to happen in order for the next thing. This had to happen. I had to leave my job. My husband had to move to a different job, right? I had to have the experiences with Echo so that now I can get Paloma. Like all of these little beads have happened that are building out this really beautiful life. This beautiful life. And they are reminding you what a powerful clairvoyant you are, and that you have the ability to lean into this image of your future life and to allow it to bring you comfort and inspiration and delight and excitement and joy. Mm-hmm. And that and what's interesting, what's coming through about this lifetime with the beads is that even if you made a mistake that didn't happen very often, you put in a green bead instead of a blue bead, there was an honoring of that in your family, in this modality, that if there were mistakes, you didn't fix them. And I think maybe with this technique you used, you couldn't even fix them. So you really had to have the big image. But they were honored and celebrated as a part of this piece and as a representation of the mistakes, quote unquote, the left turns that we feel like we make, which are, of course, not ever mistakes or left turns. So that's something too. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Is there anything else coming through with that? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, it's so funny. I've always like since I was young, I always loved Egypt and Egyptian stories, and same thing with like Greek mythology. I went to Egypt when I was 18 for like 3 weeks. It was a school trip. The
Mm-hmm.
history department was, I, yeah, it was like, it was, yeah, it was incredible. I, Mama, stop it. It was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
She wants attention. Um, and yeah, I've always felt connected to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes total sense. And the beadwork too is very interesting. I love indigenous beadwork, and I have loved indigenous beadwork since I was a child. Like I was obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Especially like the beading. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And it's interesting how I always find it interesting how stuff from your past life shows up in your current life, or things that you like or things that you're interested in. It's interesting.
Always. Always.
I love it. Yeah, that totally makes sense to me, especially like trying, like, not, I don't want to say like trying all the things, but like knowing that I like to teach, but I also like, to do, there's the witchcraft part of my work too, and then there's the end of life doula part of my work too, and then you know there's photography, and so it's like putting all the little pieces together, but finding the balance in being able to do them all without, you know
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, it feels like, they will, all those skills you have and passions you have will always be a part, but they won't all be present at once, is what I'm
Hmm.
getting. Yeah, there's gonna, yeah, be some ebb and flow. And of course, they're all contained when you do doula work, like you're doing your witchcraft, and and when you're doing tarot, like your sight. Anyway, all the things are happening all the time. But I am seeing they might not all be present at once. And as your life continues to evolve, it's really just going to be about what makes the most sense, like, because you do like love it all equally, that it's just going to be right now what makes the most sense for me right now, knowing that in the future you'll offer something else and it'll all come back around again.
Yeah, I think about like when, getting pregnant and having energy but having less energy, so what can I do in that time to kind of like, I'll still do readings, but I know for sure I'll be doing less of them because that's as much as I can do. Um but it's interesting, like the photography piece, I wanted to somehow, I'm trying to figure it. I have a little idea, but I wanted to figure out how to tie in like intuition, psychic stuff in regards to photography. I
Mm.
have a few ideas, and a little bit of witchcraft and photography. I have a few ideas that I want to do with that, which I think could be really, really interesting. Um, but also getting to exercise the psychic part, that muscle in my brain, because I find when I do photography, it's very like intuitively based, and you know what I mean? Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing about the color wheel. Like honestly, straight up, my husband teaches me that stuff because of art. Um or color, lighting. Pardon my language, I don't know shit about lighting. Like from a technical standpoint, I just feel what angle or what light looks good, and I kind of just go with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely see there's something being birthed that is combining your gifts as a psychic and a witch and a photographer. And that will be a real individualized high ticket item offer that people will want to do for their birthdays and for their gifts for people and parties.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if someone wanted to do like see, someone wants to do, I don't know, like a girls' night with a few of their girlfriends, and they want to do it like a kind of like a witchy photo shoot, but maybe there's some mini readings involved or some type of
Mhm.
element to like the package,
Mhm. Yeah.
which I feel could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Totally. 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 Anything else coming through here? Anything about photography coming through? No. Okay. Something else for Diana at this time. Yes. We are doing some clearing, present life age clearing around the age of 2. We are so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, just showering this inner child with love, appreciation, radical acceptance, support, allowing this to go on for as long as need be. Okay, really good. Anything else there? No. Any other present life ages coming through? Yes. 6 months. We're doing some clearing for you at 6 months old, allowing this to go on for as long as need be. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we're going back even further. 3 months. We are so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Okay. Any other present life age clearing for Diana? No. Okay. The high self of your mother has arrived, and is asking for some clearing. So if it's okay, we're just going to offer some clearing for her
Yeah.
as well. Mm, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Mm, anything else there? No. Okay. Something else for Diana at this time? Yes. They're saying it would be of benefit for you to explore working a little more consciously with some unicorn energy.
How do I do? I've never worked with unicorn energy before.
Well, anything you do with rainbows is can be a way to
I
connect
love
with,
rain.
of course you do. Connect with unicorn energy. You can leave out a little something sweet as an offering. That is a way to call in unicorn energy. Looking at images of waterfalls or being near waterfalls is a great way to invite in unicorn energy. And they're coming through now because you've done so much work that you are really ready to launch, and they're going to take you, they're just going to fly you up like in that other lifetime with the balloons. They're just going to take you to the next space, the next level. mm, it feels like you did have a unicorn who was really present when you were young, and then as life happened, it, got blocked off. It's never been too far from you, but now you are really ready to be present with those very high frequencies. And as you are learning to enjoy your life more, as you are sitting more in the present moment and in your personal power, you are aligning with the frequencies of pleasure more and more and more. And that's also what the unicorn is here to help you with. And really, they want you to have a unicorn party, whatever that looks like. If it's just in your head, or if you buy unicorn plates or a unicorn, like a gluten-free unicorn cupcake for yourself, that is a celebration of all that you have done. Not only in your business and taking the bold steps that you have, but also the bold steps you've taken in your healing, both in terms of your family life and your friends. I mean, it's like worth fucking celebrating what you've done. And even just in the challenges of the last couple months when you have lost people in your life, still how you have held grace for yourself and allowed yourself to be with the feelings, to be so present with them, that now you find yourself in a place of calm and acceptance and, you know, positive feeling while also being very grounded. Like you're more grounded than you've ever been before.
I
And
feel that.
yeah, yeah. And your unicorns want you to celebrate that.
I love unicorn. Literally love unicorns. When you're talking about rainbows and waterfalls, yep. It reminds me of like when I was a kid. Obsessed. Still obsessed. I love sequin backpacks with like rainbow. Like I want to buy one so badly. I wanted a fanny pack for so long. I think I might just
Just buy one. Just buy
obsessed.
one. That is
I'm gonna buy
not
it.
a big expense for something that will bring you so much joy. Because
Oh
every
yeah,
time you use it, you're going to think about your unicorn and your happy inner child.
I love that.
Yeah. Send me a picture. Send me a picture.
I will. I have to look for it. Like I always put stuff in my cart and then I'm just like, yeah, I'll come back and I'll buy, and then I just forget half the time. But yeah, there's like a little, it's like a little backpack purse, and I was like, this is, it's the something like my 5-year-old self would go like nuts over for sure.
Get after it. Get after
I
it.
will. I
Mm-hmm.
will.
Mm-hmm. Anything else here? No. Mm. I think you'll go back to Egypt.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to, because like I was 18 at the time. I not that I appreciated it, of course, but like I feel like I would feel so much more there
Yeah.
now that I'm like actually aware.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing. Mm, okay. Something else coming through for Diana at this time. Yeah. There's something coming through in the heart, and there is some heartbreak coming through. This is some present life experiences. I'm hearing the age of 14.
Okay.
And it, could have been anything, could have been family, could have been romance, could have been a teacher, could have been, transition. Um, just true and accurate information. Yeah. So we're just whatever is ready to be released and surrendered. We are so grateful to hold space for that. Thank you. Thank you. Do we need to talk any more about it? Nope. That's all we need to do. Okay, great. Allowing this healing to go on for as long as need be. Are you using anything with rose in it right now?
I'm holding a rose quartz in my hand. And
Amazing.
it's a heart-shaped one.
Amazing.
Come on. And I
Amazing.
ordered a rose quartz pendant because I don't have any necklaces, surprisingly, which is really weird. But it's been coming up a lot for me. I use like I drink like rose tea. I use rose hip oil, face oil.
Great. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm, great. You said you drank rose hip tea. That rose hip tea is really great for you to be doing some spell work with too, or infusing it with
Ooh,
energy and tension, like however you want to, but that's coming through as being really powerful for
I'm
you.
down. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I will definitely do something with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. And as you have taken your energy back, as you have been sitting more in your power, and Mother Mary is coming through in terms of this, what's coming through now, it is going to allow you to mother so many more people. You you are such a natural mother and such a natural caretaker. Your whole life you've just been like, all right, I just want to take care of everyone. I want to take care of everyone. But now you're realizing that it was an out of alignment feeling, right? It was coming from a desperate place. And as you are so excited to show up as a mother now, it's coming from a relaxed and grounded and confident place. And the effect that you will have on people will be even more deeply received and treasured. That's really the thing. your presence and your love is now cherished by people who see you, are in a space to receive it, and are able to give it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels that way too. Even with like uh, connections with especially like with friends. Like friends, a few friends I've had for a really long time. And then newer friendships too. I'm finding the reciprocation as well. And the 14-year-old makes sense because I do remember how I felt at that time. And you're 14 and you're moody,
Yeah.
but you're also like super insecure and you want to be accepted by people and you want people to like you. And like I think we've talked about this before, but I feel like I've always been myself, but I didn't feel accepted for being myself. So,
Yeah.
there's the dimming part in regards to that, but I've just always been like this.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm like it's embraced, not that I didn't, but it's embracing it, knowing that this is, yeah, I've always kind of just been this way. Um and I think there has a lot to do with like self-acceptance as well. And like you saying, I always wanted to take care of people all the time. um but you're in the past, like coming from desperation too, of like feeling the need to save everyone, or that you
Right.
can save everyone as
That you're
much as you want to,
responsible.
that you're responsible for saving everyone. And then, yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me.
And now you are in this beautiful place of understanding, oh, right, I can't actually save anyone. And it is taking away from someone else's experience if I try to save them, because
Yeah.
I've saved myself. I've had no choice but to save myself. With, I've had a lot of help, but I had to make the choice to do it, right? And I have to give other people the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, you
And
can't do it for someone else. Like as
yeah,
much as you want to, it's not how it works.
nope.
And I've learned that
Yeah.
time and time again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You sure have. You sure have. And now, but it's such a universal thing. And now you are in the position to help other people. And I'm sure so many of your clients are dealing with the same thing. And now you're even in a place where you're like, listen, I can tell you it's going to suck at first, but then it's going to get a whole lot better.
Yeah, I had that conversation today with with a client. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so inspiring. So inspiring. Something else for Diana coming through. Yes. Okay. Is this true and accurate information? There's a dog coming through.
What?
Yeah. Might not for a while. This is like a little sneak peek of another one that you will have in your life, a smaller one. And it's feels like, this dog might have, this upper lip might be up a little bit, like you might have an overbite. And
That's so funny. Paloma has like a curl. Should we call her Elvis?
yeah, I think this next dog or another dog may also have something similar. And they're gonna be kind of a maniac. I mean, all your animals are gonna be maniacs. We know that's just how it goes. So this one is like maybe has kind of wiry hair, brown, blackish hair. And it feels like they're gonna kind of come out of nowhere. So, but I'm also hearing this is like 2 to 3 years down the road. You know how it is sometimes when you're a psychic and you're like, okay, in like spirit time, it doesn't matter. In human time, it's years from now. So it feels weird that it's even coming through, but they're just, I guess, letting this dog's very eager to come into your life and to be reunited because you've certainly known this dog in another lifetime.
Paloma's okay though, right?
Oh, yeah, Paloma's fine. Yeah,
I'm
Paloma's
sorry.
fine. Sorry to scare you.
No, it's okay. That's so fun. That's so fun. I can picture the dog that you're talking about in my head. It's like, oh God, not Toto from The Wizard of Oz, but like bigger.
Could be.
Do you remember with the little, I had a terrier? It was like some kind
Yeah.
of terrier
I think
dog.
this is a dog that has some terrier in them for sure.
I'd love to get two
Yeah.
dogs. That'd be
It it
fun.
feels like this dog will come to you while you still have Paloma.
I want to get her a dog friend, but we can't right now just because of the space. And my husband
Yeah.
wants a cat. We're just gonna have lots of animals.
You are going to have a lot of animals. And when you find a house, which is also coming, you're going to have the space to support that because that's one of the ways in which you are called to be a mother.
I
And it
love
makes you so happy.
it. Does. I don't understand. To all the people out there, no disrespect. If you don't like animals, I don't understand. How? How do you not like them? How do you know? How do you not? Maybe you just haven't met one you like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and you have the capacity for it. You know, not everybody has the capacity to care for
Yeah, that's fair.
animals.
Yeah, that's true.
But it feels like this dog definitely has some karma with Paloma. They will fight sometimes, but they will also like love each other so
Oh my God.
deeply, is what's coming through.
I love it so much.
Like you will watch them tease each other or like deliberately trigger each other
And I can
sometimes.
picture me yelling like, "Knock it off!"
Yeah, totally. 100%. Totally. Totally, 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 totally. Um, is there anything else that wants to come through with this dog? No, but they do want us to talk about the house. Are you guys still looking or is that on pause for now?
So we had paused it for a while, but we're loosely started just kind of
Mm-hmm.
browsing because just the market's it's just ridiculous
Yeah.
here.
Girl, tell me about it.
I no, I know. It's just like I'm like something has to give. There's got to be like
Yeah.
there's got to be something.
Keep looking casually. But it's important also to keep going to open houses and to look at things just so you can continue to get clear on what
Get
it
in the
is that
inner,
you
yeah.
want. It feels like there is going to be an influx in money. Um, and and some things are going to happen in the market. Like you're going to like meet each other or you're going to find a specific house. You're going to spend more than you want to. Like that's just a given, but it's okay. But it's okay. But it's okay. Um, you're going to be ready for it. It's the house is there. It's not on the market right now, but your house, that timeline is set. It hasn't been set before in the last couple
No,
months. Like your house has been identified and spirit's like, we're working you towards this perfect house.
that's so funny. I went. My friend Bree did a mediumship, like a live mediumship event in person, like group mediumship. I've never been to one before. And she connected with Dove, and Dove was talking about a house, and I was like, "Okay, man, like bring it to me." Like, it is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in a like spring cleaning mode, but just like decluttering and getting rid of stuff, and I
Great.
feel like that's kind of like I know I'm not packing, but I'm getting stuff kind of out, and I feel like the energy in here has shifted since I did like a massive clean. I'm still not done. There's still more to do, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Keep it up. Keep it up. Is there anything else? There's a guide coming through specifically to help you with this house manifestation and everything that needs to happen in order for you to be emotionally and financially prepared for it.
mhm.
And where am I going to find out who this guide is? In these notes, Is this an archangel? No. Is this an ascended master? Yes. Okay.
Ooh.
It feels like a masculine energy. Um, is that true and accurate information? No, I didn't think so. Is there a master coming through for Diana? Yes. Okay. Are there higher level blocks, resistance, blocks, or discarnates? No. Is it on this page? No. Is it on this page? No. Is it in this book? Yes. Okay. Giving me the runaround.
Sounds like my guides.
Yeah. Get it together. Okay. No, 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 yes. Ah, all right. Well, no surprise there. This is about as masculine as you can get. Its Thoth. Did I say that right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. So Thoth, well, talk about Egypt. Hello, full
Geez,
circle.
I need to
Mm,
look into this.
there are some understandings that Thoth in a later lifetime reincarnated as Jesus. There is a connection to Atlantis with him. There is a connection to Hermeticism, of course. It's all about manifestation and mind mastery. Um, and so if they're saying look into the emerald tablets, which is kind of his attributed to him. And there's a lot of, or I've read different things that the connection between the tarot and Thoth. So
There's actually Thoth tarot. Like there's an actual um the cards are it, they're a little bit different. That's so interesting. I used to have a Thoth deck that I gave away. Um,
get
but
another one.
now I need, yeah, no, it was given to me by someone and I wanted to
Sure.
remove
Yeah. Or you
and
might make
like
your own.
oh, oh my God, I'm gonna look into it. That's so
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. They're saying calling upon Thoth and learning a little more about him in the emerald tablets.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just thinking if there's anything else that wants to come through. No, that's gonna, yeah, like big expansion coming when you call in that energy.
Oh my
Big
God.
expansion.
I need to look. It's so interesting because usually I tend to work with like gods and goddesses in like the Greek pantheon, but Isis has come up before. And
Mm-hmm.
so like this is yeah, I'll look into it.
Amazing. Yeah, we are so grateful. Thank you for your energy, your guidance, your presence, allowing the connection between you and him to be clear. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really good. Yeah, all right. Nothing else for today. This healing is complete. We are so immensely grateful. What an honor, what a joy. So much good is already here, and so much more is coming because you've done it. You've believed in it. Yeah.
Thank you. I've like I I forget sometimes that I have done a lot of stuff, when things are shit's going sideways and you're like, did this just undo all the stuff that I learned and all the stuff that I did? And this is just like really, really comforting and reassuring. Um, yeah, because it's been a little rough, you know,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
Yeah. You're doing great. You're
You're
so
doing great.
supported. Thank you.
I
Thank you. Lots of love. Give Hugh a hug and Paloma. And
will. Please do the
we'll
same
talk
to
soon.
Charles. Tell him I say hi.
I will. I will. Mwah, thank you. Love
Love you.
you.
Thank you for this.
Bye.
Bye.